As soon as this leg starts to come up for the step, you already want to be moving in, like somebody's pulling you by your obi. So sometimes in the dojo we'll put our hand on our partner and we're kind of pushing on them a little bit. And if they lift this leg and they get pushed back, that's no good. You follow that idea? So I want to be going in right away. So I'm driving in with my body right away. And I'm going to try to keep that heel on the ground as long as possible. That feeling like that. Okay, then I'm going to use all this to drive that turn. So those first 4 blocks, when I'm here, that's establishing the spirit of the kata. Right? You follow what I'm saying? It's like it should be extremely energetic. Then you're at this point here, you make this scooping motion, and you step, kind of save your hip, and you kind of cut. Then it's like I'm ensnared in a big rubber band. And I'm stretching my rubber band, and my punch is a release of that. So I'm not just doing that. I'm stretch, release. Stretch, release. Then I block, and I don't turn this foot too much because then my energy is going across the room. If I have this foot here, and I torque into it, that's forming a boundary that's keeping my focus to the front. You see what I'm saying there? Then I use, but I don't, at the same time, I don't want that knee out like that. It's here establishing this arc. And I'm squeezing up against it. My butt is really tight. So it's like that feeling. And then this compression, I put into that. So I open this, and I push from the floor. Then I squeeze one side against the other and eject this edge. So it's like, from here I squeeze, eject.
When you're here, you're then reaching out, walking, and then
super slow. Lock. Hold this edge. I got all this. Right now I feel like a spring being stretched upon itself. So I'm not in a state of equilibrium. I'm in a state of kind of, my body doesn't want to be here. It's kind of taut. And then I release that in that moment. Do you follow that idea? It's like I'm squeezing against myself, and then squeeze. You can't step and block. You have like your foot going out is your hip angle changing, like that, and that's your block. Then of course you would do that all the way through. Like in my half step, and I do something slightly heretical. When I bring this hand to my ear in my half step, it's a function of my foot moving. So what you don't want to do is step and then move your arm. Like this side of my body is a unit. And the most to expedite that hand to my ear is it's just going straight to my ear. But I take a little detour. I let it pass my face because now I blocked. So a little millisecond detour. And then the same deal. I eject the edge. Okay, so it's that angle change that's delivering the block. The mistake some people make here is that they kind of step and then they move their arms. When I think what you want is you want to keep your body as a unit. So as I'm taking that step, this is all a function of my body motion. You see that? It's not independent. It's dependent on my body motion. Okay, and then I'm in Gyapo Hanmei. You want to be careful your hips don't sag. So I'm kind of twisted into this leg like that. And then my knee is going to kind of peek out from under the space, but I stay nice and low. And with the same energetic as the kick, I pull my arms back and turn. So the same feeling as the kick. But you don't see that. What you tend to see is a strong kick and it's sort of a lackluster hand motion. Okay? Some other common mistakes. So after you do that, of course, you're landing here, right? And then I'm stepping forward, same idea. When I'm making this next step, I'm going to let my hand be a function of my edge coming in. It's blocking my face. I take my step, and I block. Then when I step back here, I'm not stepping. I'm reeling myself up with this foot rotation. And that's pulling this hip, and that hip is pulling this elbow. So it's pulling me to this place. And then as I go up with my arms, I kind of go down with my body. So I make the connection between here and the floor. So this goes up, but that goes down. Kind of like if you just threw a knife in the dirt, dunk. You have that feeling. That's what my body's doing. And then I break. Boom. In our dojo, after this little double tetsui motion, which would probably more likely be 2 urotsukis, I make a slight shuffle step, and this is not the convention. This is just the way I was taught. The back foot comes in, I block a punch, and I push off of that into my oitsuki. Then when I turn, the super common mistake is people lean a little bit here, and they turn blindly into this reach. So I think what you want to do is you want to keep your back straight, and you want to be blocking as you're turning. So I'm blocking and reaching. Okay? So I'm not walking into something. And then I pull with the same intensity, same timing as the step. And I would make it go like that. Not like that, like that. Then this is a unit, and it comes across. So I'm going down my leg. So from here, it's and then slow backhand. And in our dojo, we don't make it really straight. We have a little bend and a contour. So now it has ability to kind of wrap around the guy's arm, or gal's arm, whatever. But here could possibly miss. It's a little bit, looks pretty, but maybe a bit of an orifice. So I kind of contour. And as I do that, I'm squeezing a lemon in the back of the shoulder. So I'm in a kibadachi, but I don't like this kibadachi. I'm in this kibadachi, like that. And then I'm going to get my hand to meet my foot to meet my hand. So I want that to occur. I want that. I don't want this, okay? I go to this, okay? And I drive my hip. My fist touches my chest, so the point of my elbow is extended, and I'm not hitting with my full forearm. Then I'm using a little bit of hip vibration. And then both times, so I'm getting away from just this. Then I draw, so I make a Sochin Dutch. And the important thing on this Yamazuki is this hand has to come in. So be careful it doesn't arrive like that. If you come in almost like a boxer's uppercut, it's coming in like that. Then I shift my weight, stay low, squeeze my body back, maintain my center. I think this is for me the most difficult part. I always kind of lose my center a little bit right there. Like this feeling of connectedness, it's always here. I find it exceedingly difficult for some reason. I feel it here, but right about here I start to lose it and then I get it again. But that's, you just have to kind of feel that in your own body. Then I'm making a shin block. As the body sinks, I make a shin block and I drive in. And same shift, stay low, keep that heel on the ground, squeeze your body back. Same deal, a shin block, boom, like that. Then when I turn, the line that my right foot is on, I'm going to end up on that line. And I want my whole body to pull my arm like that. So it's like if you had molasses, and my arm was in the molasses, I'm pulling my arm with my body. So it's not my arm motion. It's a body motion. I pull and I feel it in my feet. That feeling like that. And then I squeeze, I push. And then I keep a frame. And what you want to be careful here is you don't kind of skip into that. Okay, so as I come up with my back, this foot, I push against the ground. So my butt's tucked, my body's compressed, and then I eject. So from here, I squeeze. And then same deal. Try not to push, try to retract, and I retract by turning my toe to guard my groin. And everything, click. You follow that? Yes, let's give it a try.